Hey there, YouTube. Cerdan in 1975 here, and this time I'm going to talk about uh, when a gig goes good. Okay, which obviously for most musicians, most go good, but sometimes things go such a way that you feel like, oh wow, that was really nice. I have to talk about that. So um, I did a video about a nightmare church gig scenario, and that's kind of common more than people know, by the way. But anyway, a few weeks back, more than that maybe, a friend contacted me and said uh, someone's out of town, particular trumpet player, another person I know as well, and he won't be able to play the upcoming uh, orchestra gig. And so I was like, oh, I haven't played an orchestra in a while. That'd be nice. So yeah, I said, yeah, I can do it. And because he was going to be away with his wife in Norway. And so I was like, yeah, I'd love to do that. I haven't done it in a while. And so go to the gig. Well, first off, it was, a rehearsal. Then the next day was the gig, but just a dress rehearsal before the rehearsal. Everybody was really nice. And I really want to bring that up too, because I've been to, I've subbed with orchestras. It's been a while, but my experiences in the past have been a bit snooty, especially when you're the sub and nobody knows who you are. And, maybe one of the brass players will be, nice with you if you're, because you're a brass player too. But no, it's like, and I knew a lot of them anyway, from other things, but especially the brass players. I mean, but the other people were like very nice. Oh, thank you so much, for doing this, and you don't get that a lot. And the other thing is I didn't know this, but I had family and friends come to see me play, and but the way the acoustics were when you're on stage, you couldn't really hear what was being said over the speakers because we didn't have any monitors, facing us, so we didn't know because it was an orchestra. We don't have a sound monitor speakers facing us so that we hear what words are being said. And apparently, because in the program they still had the other guy's name in there, that they announced that I was subbing for that person over the speakers to everybody, and that doesn't happen anywhere. I mean, nobody does that. So, oh, by the way, we have somebody filling in for somebody. Just and I was only covering the third trumpet part. Yeah, I played first on one thing, but that just does not happen. So that was like really nice. So, um, I and that was the Toccoa Symphony Orchestra in Toccoa Falls, Georgia. Okay, so I wanted to say that and say something really nice about that because there are organizations out there that are nice to work for. And so anyway, Toccoa Symphony Orchestra, they've got some really nice people there, and it was just a pleasure to do the job, and it was a paid orchestra job too. So it was nice, and it was at a Toccoa College, and they have a. It's not a huge auditorium, but it sounded really. You could the reverberation in there was really nice. So it had like cool acoustics for an orchestra. So it was just nice, it really was. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it. It was with the local uh, volunteer Toccoa choir. I don't know what their full name is. I don't remember, but they were really good. They may have even been better than the orchestra. They were really good, and we did it was an American themed concert, and we did a few religious things on there because it is a Christian college, and that we were performing at, and there was we also did "Worthy Is the Lamb," which is like the last part of part 3 of Handel's Messiah, which is something you don't normally play, and that was the one I covered first on the piccolo trumpet thing. And it was fun to play something different, you know. So anyway, yeah, Toccoa Symphony Orchestra, a lot of nice people in that orchestra, and yeah, so that's just something, you know. It's an extra special icing on the cake, you know, when you get to sub somewhere and you're kind of the new guy or the new girl, and you know, you don't know what's it going to be like, because some, like I said, and stuff I've done in the past, but some snootiness with some orchestras, and it's like it's almost not even glad you're even there. You just rather have the other person who should be there or whatever. But anyway, yeah, the Toccoa Symphony Orchestra, nice people. All right, thanks for watching.